In Nepal, there are 10 living goddesses called Kumari, but the most sacred of all is cloistered within this ornate palace in the heart of Kathmandu. She's known as the Royal Kumari, a girl so sheltered that she's allowed in public only 5 times a year. Occasionally, her attendants and their families are visible at the palace windows, but never the Royal Kumari herself. This courtyard is as close as anyone is allowed, but in the nearby city of Patan, there lives the next most important goddess, and one far more accessible, the Patan Kumari. When this woman related a strange vision to the priests, they took it as a sign and selected her 3-year-old daughter to be the Patan Kumari. Today, that same girl is 20 years old, the product of a pampered and disciplined upbringing. When a girl becomes a Kumari, her entire life changes. She never speaks in public. She is never commanded by anyone. Her mother becomes her servant, and her grooming and dressing habits follow the strictest ceremony. The Patan Kumari selection is tame compared to the ordeal that the Royal Kumari in Kathmandu must endure. Although outsiders are prohibited from witnessing this ritual, we're going to watch a specially staged reenactment. Young girls eligible for selection are left alone in a room and must walk upon the severed heads of water buffalo. Under the watchful eyes of judges, they are tested for their fearlessness. It's a ritual designed to scare them, and if they cry out, they prove themselves unworthy of the sacred office. The Patan Kumari, while not subjected to the same ordeal, nevertheless must maintain a rigid standard of purity in both her mind and her body. She must, of course, be a virgin, but she must also have unblemished skin, a perfectly proportioned body, and she must never lose blood or teeth. If any of these undesirable signs appear, the priests can disqualify her from holding this high position. Routine hours are spent with family and attendants. It's difficult in the 20th century to picture what it would be like to spend every minute of the day inside the same dwelling. Yet that's exactly what a Kumari must do. Her exclusive and sacred position has ironically created a type of imprisonment for her. She can only imagine what it would be like to frolic out of doors with her friends. One of the few times the public can see a Kumari is during the 8-day festival known as Indra Jatra. Here in Kathmandu, the appearance of the Royal Kumari is the highlight of the event. Only the high priests know the exact moment when the living goddess will come out from behind the palace walls. Now, with the laying down of the white cloth walkway, her appearance is imminent. And here at last is the Royal Kumari, an age-old deity believed to inhabit the body of a young girl. To maintain her purity, her feet are never allowed to come in contact with the ground. Remember, this is the first time in months the Royal Kumari has been allowed out of her palace. And it's the first time in months that her ardent worshippers, thousands of them, can cast their eyes on the object of their reverence. On this short trip by special chariot from the palace to a nearby temple, her adoring followers line the streets. Once at the temple, only the priests are allowed inside with the Kumari. For the Nepalese, it's a joyous and deeply significant moment. When When it's over, the Kumari returns to the solitary, lonely life of seclusion that she'll endure until adolescence. Then she'll be released into society, and a new Kumari will be selected. The living goddess of Nepal, because you asked for it.